There were so many different things that happened where for me, prison for me was here. Prison for me was the outside. Prison for me were the people who judged me. And what happened when I came home was that I went back to prison. Coming from a world where I was my own boss, I ran my own business. It was all I knew. I had a real estate company. And because of my charges in the plea that I took, that was taken away from me. So there was going to be no more real estate for me, no more business that had to do with money. My dealer's license gone, everything gone. Like I'm living this lifestyle and then I have to, what's next? A job at Sears? Well, no, because they won't hire you either. Once they find out you have your record. So it put me in a situation where I had to make a way out of no way. It was a little demeaning coming out of there trying to figure out exactly what am I going to do now, Being that I've always kind of paved my own way, I had to think of some kind of alternatives. And when you're in the halfway house and you're talking to the counselors, they don't think outside the box. They don't think entrepreneurship. They don't think any of that because in their mindset, entrepreneurship is what got you there in the first place, right? I had to figure out how to convince them that what I was going to do was going to be beneficial to both me and society. I had something to prove to my son and my family and just kind of getting back, not the status that you have, but just the respect that people they don't really lose it, but there's that underlying thing that people don't say, that they don't speak. They kind of look at you a little different. They don't say anything, but they do things a little bit different. So the mindset has to be where you have to be so forgiving to people for mistreating you unknowingly, for misjudging you and believing what's easiest to believe instead of what's the truth. I decided to hire myself because I know, number one, I can't fire myself, and number two, I'm going to pass my background check. So I did that, became a travel agent, and started booking travel for people working from home in my pajamas. Perfect thing to do, right? And I loved it so much. And I was, my probation officer would come by and check on me. I'd have to give them my information and all that stuff. And they saw that I was doing such a good job at it that they actually approved it as an occupation for people on probation. So I love that. Actually, a couple of people I work with were also on probation. I didn't know at the time because, you're not supposed to communicate with other people when you're on probation. But after they got off probation, they came to me and told me and thanked me because they're like, you were doing so well, they allowed me to do it too. And I had no idea. So, I love that about it. And I also got to travel. If it's your job, they can't deny it. So you need training in Jamaica for 5 days. It was a perfect way to do it. But yeah, so that kind of opened my eyes to a lot of different things. I'm forever grateful because I have no idea what I would have done. My life was kind of ripped out from under me. And so that's been my savior. And my son now is 15. He's been to 25 different countries because of the travel. So, it's been a blessing, definitely, 100%.